From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Well, if you're new to Weather NorCal, first of all, I'd like to welcome you. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. And if you don't know about it, well, there's a free Weather NorCal app. All you got to do is go to your phone, go to your app store, search for Weather NorCal, download the app for free. You can watch what you're watching right now on your phone. You can watch the 24-hour streaming channel. You can go to the neighborhood forecast. You can watch Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals, NorCal Ag, everything right from your phone. So check it out. Download it for free today. All right, here's what's going on. You know, it wasn't as hot out there yesterday, and temperatures actually may drop by a degree or two here for today. So overall, not as hot as what we saw last week, but still hot. These temperatures will still be above normal. I do expect to maybe see some mountain showers, even some coastal showers for today, for some of us, not everyone. And we'll take a closer look at that here in a second. Mild start to next week. So by tomorrow, by Monday, we're talking about temperatures dropping even more. Mid-80s, by the way, for the valley. Before we see that big heat you've been hearing about, it's still expected to arrive sometime around Tuesday or Wednesday. So your neighborhood forecast for today, low 90s for the valley. Mainly in the 70s and some low 80s for the mountains. But again, you'll notice here, we got the chance for some isolated showers. Now, for the coast, it's mainly Del Norte County, northern Humboldt County, Siskiyou County, and Modoc County. All of these areas could see a stray shower, a stray sprinkle, but not enough to cancel any of those outdoor plans. So the winds, again, this is something, it feels like it's one of those things where I'm showing you the winds every day. But there's a reason for that. Because we're entering the fire season and we've got to start paying attention to that. So there are a couple of things, or several things that we look at. Number one, the winds, right? When the winds start picking up, especially out of the north, we tend to be a little concerned. So as you can see, as we go into this afternoon, you see how the winds are starting to pick up again here, especially for Redding and Red Bluff. Still gusts over 20 miles per hour, not as bad to the south. It looks like more of those westerly winds for the eastern mountains, and that southerly flow of winds for today along the coast. So a bit of a shift in that, at least in the wind direction for the coast. Now we go into Monday morning. Still a little breezy in some spots here. Still a bit of a breezy conditions here in the eastern mountains, and we're kind of seeing those winds more from the west Monday morning. And as we go into Monday afternoon, look at this. The wind's still a little breezy, but not that bad. Still a breezy, gusty wind from the west for the eastern mountains. And now we're seeing more of a westerly and northwesterly flow of winds along the coast. Is that a bit of a concern? Not necessarily, and especially when we look at our humidities. So as we go into this afternoon, humidities are actually not bad, 20, even 30%. That's actually not bad for this area. Then we go into Monday, those humidities may drop a little bit here, but still in the low 20% range. So when you factor in the temperature, when you factor in the winds, when you factor in the humidity, you can see the fire weather risk for today. We're looking at mainly in the, just barely in that moderate range. You're kind of getting in this area right here that we're looking at. Okay, so now we go into Monday. And I mean, you have to really squint your eyes and look closely to see a little bit of that yellow in the maps. We're mainly looking at low fire weather risk by the time we get to Monday. And why? Well, of course, the winds weren't that strong, humidity not that bad. And look at the temperature on Monday for the valley, in the mid-80s, as I mentioned. So temperatures will drop. That's the peak of the cooling trend. And then we see a huge spike in our temperatures. It's one of those things where Mother Nature on Monday saying, hey, happy Monday to you. It's going to be a gorgeous week. No, not necessarily. Yeah, a big increase in those temperatures. So that's the overall trend. It goes up, and then we start to see it just gradually and slowly drop down. Now, the thing is, even though we're dropping below 100 degrees by next weekend, it's still going to be hot. Temperatures well into the 90s, and that'll probably continue into next Sunday as well. All right, let's take a look at your temperature trend for the mountains. And I just kind of put Alturas up here to give you the same trend here. Again, it drops on Monday. We see a big spike, and then it gradually drops. And that's the overall trend, even for the coast. The coast has seen that dip on Monday, but it's just not as dramatic as you can see. And we're getting back up in the upper 60s, and then temperatures start to kind of drop again. Now, places like Del Norte County around Crescent City could be flirting with that 70-degree mark by around Wednesday or Thursday. So quite an interesting trend here that we're seeing here. So we look at the big picture here, and you can see the warmer air that's kind of in place here, and the cooler air off to our north. And we'll go into Monday, and you can see that cooler air kind of shifts off to the east here. This is when we expect the coolest air to be in place. Those temperatures, that big drop I was talking about. But then that cooler air moves out, and we're going to watch high pressure begin to build in from the south. Now, starting Tuesday, we'll notice a big increase in the temperatures as that high pressure builds in. However, it's going to build mainly to our east over the desert southwest. So the main bubble of heat is right here. And this is where the hottest temperatures typically are with these ridges of high pressure. When you get in the outer fringes of that ridge of high pressure, we see those, let's just say it's not as hot. I hate to say cooler, but it's not going to be as hot over here as it will be over here. Now, remember, I've been talking about for the last several days the differences between the GFS and this is the American forecast model that we're looking at, and the European forecast model. They're starting to align a bit better, so we're getting a bit more confidence in just how hot it will be. Bottom line, it's going to be hot. And you can see as we go into Thursday and Friday, that bubble of heat still over the desert southwest, and we're still seeing that heat, but it's beginning to show signs of getting weaker by the end of next week, and not to mention going into that next weekend. So we take a look at the Climate Prediction Center, and yes, it is putting us in that warmer than normal category. And taking a look at your excessive heat watch here, this won't take effect until Tuesday, and then we'll continue for Wednesday and Thursday. So basically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is when we've got the excessive heat watch. Highs will be between 95 and 108 degrees. Now, when this watch was first issued, the National Weather Service is saying between 95 and 105. Then they bumped up it to 106, then 107, now 108. So we're beginning to see the potential of this heat flirting with 110 degrees. But at this point, it looks like that may not be the case here, but still very hot. So the National Weather Service also issues a heat risk every day. So here you can see for Tuesday, when we start to see that heat begin to kind of kick in, and when the excessive heat watch starts for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you can see we're mainly within that moderate range, a little bit of the hot major, and we'll get into what major means. But the moderate range is basically, it affects most people, not all people, but most people sensitive to heat, especially without proper cooling and or proper hydration. Okay, then we take you into Wednesday. Now we're seeing all this red on the map. What that is the major heat risk. Now, what a major heat risk is it affects anyone without proper cooling and or hydration. So, for those of you who have a home with a good air conditioning system and you can drink plenty of water, you don't have to worry too much, right? You can stay cool. But there are a lot of people out there who don't have proper access to air conditioning. And they may not even have proper access to good, cool water. And that is when we start running into heat issues and problems and health problems. So if you have a friend, know of anybody who doesn't have the proper way to cool themselves off, do what you can to help them. All right, and then we go into Thursday. And Thursday is going to show pretty much the same situation. You can see it's not as widespread, but it's beginning to kind of break apart, the red area. And then by the time we get into Friday, this will all be orange. So we're starting to see, again, that trend dropping a bit. So here's some heat safety tips. These are just friendly reminders. We all know, for the most part, what we need to do to stay cool, right? Drink plenty of water. Now, avoid alcoholic beverages because that doesn't help, as well as electrolytes. That can also help, but you can, so let me restart this. Drink plenty of water, but avoid alcohol. Alcohol is actually what can dehydrate you. But beverages with electrolytes, like a sports drink, that can also help protect against heat stress because it kind of gives you those electrolytes and helps out. Apply sunscreen, SPF 30 or higher, every 2 hours. Wear light, loose-fitting clothes and take regular breaks in the shade if you can. Again, these are all things we all know. It's common sense, but just some friendly reminders. We take a look at Futurecast, and we take it through the day today. Look what happens. We've got a storm system just skirting Northern California. So I think the best chances for a stray sprinkle, maybe a light shower, brief, it won't last for very long, will be in Del Norte, Siskiyou County, and Modoc County. Now, we can see a little bit of activity even in northern Humboldt County, but not much. Now, check this out. As we go into Sunday night, tonight into Monday, we're actually seeing the potential for some of those showers entering the picture for the valley. Now, this right here is not a lot. It's not a big deal. And, the thing is, The bulk of any rain that we do see, sprinkles, light showers in the valley, and really even the areas of the north and east of the valley, it will occur overnight when most of us are asleep. And there's 4 a.m. on Monday. We're still seeing some of those light showers for Trinity County, Western Siskiyou County, Delaware, and Humboldt counties. But check this out. As we go into 8 a.m., yeah, there may be some leftover sprinkles here and there. But by the time we get into the mid and late morning and into the afternoon hours, you can see not only is the rain moving out, but we're seeing the clouds begin to clear out as well. So that potential for showers will mainly be late tonight, early tomorrow morning, and then it's gone. All right, let's take a look at your wave heights, and you can see for your Sunday today, wave height's pretty good. No advisories, no watches. It's all good, right? But as we go into Monday, all right, yeah, now we're starting to see those wave heights begin to increase. So as of right now, there are no small craft advisories, but we probably will start to see a small craft advisory as we go into Monday. All right, so there you can see the winds from the south at 5 to 10 knots, and there's that possibility for a few showers today. All right, here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. What you'll notice, again, tonight, early tomorrow morning, a chance for some showers. Otherwise, it's dry after that, going into the weekend, the heat wave. I think even Weaverville, Hayfork, you could possibly touch 100 degrees by the time you get to Wednesday, and even maybe just a slightly warmer going into your Thursday. Now let's take a look at your North Coast neighborhood forecast. 68 in Blue Lake for today, 80 degrees in Garberville and Alder Point, and 67 degrees for Rio Dell. And again, everyone, the North Coast, the Valley, the inland areas, the mountains, all have the chance for showers late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Siskiyou County got 70 to 30 degrees for Ashland. You're heading up towards, that's not Siskiyou County, but that's in southern Oregon. There you can see 76 degrees for Happy Camp, 78 for Gazelle, and there's Tennant with a high of about 69 degrees. How about Modoc County? 75 degrees for Fort Bidwell, 71 for Tule Lake, 76 out in Canby, and 8 in a high of about 74 degrees. And again, we're looking at a few showers here and there throughout the day today. Better chances coming into tonight and early tomorrow morning. Eastern Mountains will be dry today, but by tonight, yeah, slight chance for showers that'll continue into early tomorrow morning. Then the heat wave. I do expect to stay below 100, but I mean, it's getting close. We're talking mid to even upper 90s for your Wednesday and Thursday. And your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by NorCal Tractor. Low 90s for most of us in the Valley today. Dry today, and then maybe some showers early morning, late night, early morning showers, but nothing significant. Most of you will be asleep when it's happening. Then we go into the rest of next week. Yeah, temperature starting to increase. We take you up to the north, 85 out in Whiskeytown, 88 for Lakehead, 90 in Bella Vista and Palo Cedro, about 92 degrees. So there's a look at your 7-day outlook for Redding. There are the showers early in the morning tomorrow, 85. Then it gets up to 100 degrees or higher starting Tuesday. The peak of the heat wave for the Valley will be Wednesday, and then a gradual drop in the temperatures, but still hot, even going into the weekend.